right, you can see me, and I can share my screen. Go live. Bang. Guys, if you join on Discord, please mute yourselves because we are recording this podcast, and that reminds me to actually record it. Shit, I haven't done this for a couple of weeks. Clearly, give me 1 second. I hope you guys are pumped up. We have a full 8 rounds of NRL this weekend. We'll have a couple of weeks with Origin and stuff with no full round again, which is going to be crap. So enjoy it while we have it, everyone. Record.
Recording in progress.
Bang. All right. Record. Share my screen. Let's go. I think we're finally good to go. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Whoa, maybe not. Yeah, all right, sweet. We're good now. All right, cool. So, all right, stuff it. I think we're good. So, Discord, YouTube, Instagram, good to go. Welcome, everyone, to the NRL Round 18 Punters Preview. If you're part of our Discord, Wicky Sports Picks, we've got almost 5,000 people in here. All the stuff that we do, punters preview article, left, free, right article, odds comparison to our multis, all this stuff, always in Wicky Sports Picks. If you're watching anywhere else, guys, I'm going to share my screen to our link tree. Everything that Wicky does is here for free. So Google Wicky link tree, you find all our stuff, odds comparison tool, left, free, right article, fantasy stuff, obviously the punters preview podcast that I'm doing now, and our article. It's all there. I won't get into, I might just get straight into the picks, guys. But yeah, like if you're following us for the first time, check it out. It's all free. All our stuff's on socials. The link tree has all the links. I'm going to do, okay. So I'm going to talk through the try scorer picks, and they go out to you guys. You need to get on straight away if you are keen, because a lot of these prices are going to get crunched in. I'm not going to talk through every single game, left, free, right, guys, because things are just changing every single week. But if you can see my screen, you can see this article. What I do is we have like if you guys are watching on Instagram, sorry, you can't see this, but we line up one team and then the other team below them, and then we show you who's going to run it who. So very quickly, for example, Alex Johnston, the left side winger for the Rabbitohs, up against Blaze Talangi on the right, who's been playing really well. Moses put him up for 1 or maybe 2 tries in the last. So a couple of games that they played together, but I think the really enticing matchup, I'll just very quickly talk about it. Cody Walker's gone to the right side for the Rabbitohs. Jacob Gagai is the winger there, and they're running out that Eels left, which has Jake Tungo, which is his Isaac's brother. So that edge is already pretty shit in defense, and now they've got a rookie on the wing because Sivo's out again with a hammy. So if you guys are watching my screen, you can see that I've got the players here. I sort of write about them. I include some stats in here at the bottom as well. I've done the first 3 games, as you can see over here. And the other 5. If you guys follow SuperCoach Guns' try map, so I'm Nakul from Wicky. I don't do the try map, everything everyone thinks that I do. I just share it. So if you follow SuperCoach Guns on Twitter and on Instagram, you'll see his try map. As soon as he gets it, Wicky sponsors SuperCoach Guns, so we share it all over the place and get it out there because I know you guys love it. So I'm going to close the left, free, right article, guys. But as always, Wicky Sports Picks or Google Wicky link tree, it'll all be there every single week. Odds comparison tool, again, I won't talk through it for every single game, but the free odds comparison tool, shit, it's showing last week's stuff still. I hope I've updated it. I think I would have by now. Awesome. Updated a minute ago. So odds comparison tool, if you're watching, guys, if you do punt on rugby league, always punt responsibly, of course, but anytime try scorer, you can look like game by game. So Para versus the Rabbitohs. Look at like model value, the higher the number, the better. So Dylan Brown is our model's favorite player for this game. All it does is our model says the price we think that player should be. So $3.73. And on 365, you can get $4.25. So it's our model's favorite pick for the game. So that's one way to use it. Or you can just go, hey, look, I really want to punt on Cody Walker. Which side has the best odds for him? Bang, it's Dabble at $3.25. The way that I use it is you go first, try scorer. You pick up that Sharks game, for example, show only the starting players and go bang, highest odds. But I absolutely love Aaron Clark 81s. I've liked his running style for years, and that price is absolutely insane. And then you can kind of take your pick out of Oregon, Kafusi, and McInnes at 51s, which is kind of juicy. These aren't picks, guys, by the way. I'm just very quickly talking you through the odds comparison tool. So one last time, Google Wiki Linktree. The Linktree is there. It's got everything from Wicky, NRL Fantasy and SuperCoach. I'm going to end the pod with that real quick. So I know that most of you guys are obviously here for our try scorer picks, which I'm going to go through right now. Cool. As always, I think I'll tell my team, DM me if I've stuffed anything up from a tech point of view. But let's get into it, guys. So round 18, we've got all 8 games of the NRL this weekend. No more 5 games, 7 games, all that kind of stuff. Eels v Rabbitohs. This game is going to be really fun. The Rabbitohs have won, I'm going to say like 4 games in a row. And the Eels, they come in 7. Oh, they might be 16th now, but they're bottom 2. They're struggling. Rabbitohs aren't actually that much higher than them on the ladder. But if you guys are on our Discord, I made a fun bet a few weeks ago. I told everyone I did. And when I did, it was 501s for the Rabbitohs to win the premiership. They're into about 100-ish now. But if they win this game, I reckon they go into about 50 to 67-ish range to win the premiership. Honestly, all I wanted from that bet is just for them to make the finals and to have this kind of run where they win a few games, they get their troops back. They've got everyone except for Campbell Graham and Tavita Tola. Rabbitohs are looking much, much better. Whereas the Eels, they've lost Sivo, they've lost Hopgood. They really gave it their all. Moses was inspiring, scored a couple of tries last week, and they still got beaten by the Knights. So I reckon it's time for them to give up on the season. Ollie Isaac on Insta. Surely AJ gets over tomorrow. Man, I wrote about that in my left feet right article. Like, it makes sense, but Jack Wyden's on the left now, and he's not the best distributor, with Cody Walker's on the right, and the right is the going up against the really shit left side of the Eels in defense. So anyways, we'll see, obviously. But I hope AJ gets over. But Cody Walker, Jacob Gagai is where I reckon the value is. Ripping into Eels v Rabbitohs try score picks, guys. I think when I start with the picks, I'm just going to go bang, 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 talk you through the picks and why I like them. And then obviously I'll end up with Fantasy and SuperCoach. Eels v Rabbitohs have gone 4 plays. Ryan Madison, first try scorer, 34s on BetRight, 365 and Ned. So you've got a pick of 3 different sites to find that price. With Maddo, it was mainly about the price. He's playing in the second row this week. I should have left the left v right article up because I don't know what side he's going to be playing on. Cardi has been playing right, so I'm going to assume Madison is left where Sean Lane used to play with Dylan Brown. But yeah, really like that price for Maddo. Davi Moale, so he scored a try. It didn't win us a tip, but I think he scored 2 tries in 15-ish games this season now, which is a decent strike rate for a middle forward. First try for Davi Moale, 67s on BetRight and Neds. Really like that price. And for Regan Campbell-Gillard, he's paying 67s for first and last try. Always, these are separate plays, by the way. Every tip in my article will always be single plays. So RCG, 67s, FTS and LTS on Bet365, which I really like. And Jai Arrow, again, playing edge for the Rabbitohs. Should be playing left side next to Jack Whiten. He's playing first try. He's paying 41s on BetRight and TopSport. So they're my 4 picks for the Eels v Rabbitohs game. I know everyone's going to be going in with multis for this game. Two sides who don't love defense. And I think I wrote in my left v right article, Jacob Gagai on that right side. It's like the sneaky value play. You're getting $2 on most bookies for a winger to score a try. And basically, he's on Cody Walker's side. That's all I'm going to say. And he's up against Jack Tango, the rookie player, the rookie winger for the Eels. Cool. Second game, Sharks v Titans. Be wary of this one, guys. It is in Coffs Harbour. I looked up the weather for this one. Meant to be a wet affair. Going off that, you can see my 3 picks. They are all forwards or middle forwards. And I've stayed away from backs completely. Ollie goes, yeah, Wyden gives no ball, such a dog. Oh, I actually really like Wyden, but yeah, as a ball hog, not a distributor. Aaron Clark, my first tip, first and last try, separate plays, 81s on 365. 2 weeks ago, I tipped Max Plath at 81s on Bet365, and he's a similar type of player, Aaron Clark, short, nuggety, powerful kind of player. I've got to be honest, Aaron Clark doesn't have the best try scoring track record, but that's how I like to punt. There's no point betting on guys that score every week because there's no value. The bookies crunch their prices in. Horrible way to win money long term. You got to find guys before they actually start scoring tries. Chris Randall, first try at 61s on BetRight. Really like that price. He scored a try last Titans game from memory. That was a soft try. I don't think it's going to be as easy against the Sharks, but what we do know that it's likely going to be a wet game. So really like the middle forwards here. And Blake Brayley, first and last try, separate plays at 41s on 365. Again, same theory, wet game, a lot of powerful forwards next to him. Maybe he's the one that sort of sneaks through. I do like the Sharks forwards, but they're just all so short that I couldn't quite find a tip for them. Broncos v Panthers. I wrote about this in the left v right grand final rematch. No Cleary, no Adam Reynolds. There's also no Katoni Staggs and no Jordan Ricky. So that whole right side for the Panthers is going to be missing. So I sort of wrote how the right side for the Broncos is either completely missing or they're out of position, etc. So the left side for the Panthers, where Luai is going to be getting a lot more ball, obviously with Cleary still out, is the way to go in terms of same game multis and stuff. My try scorer tips for this game, guys. Corey Jensen, first try at 101 on BetRight and 81 on BetRight for last try. The prices do go pretty quickly there. So if you're watching this live, the premium guys probably have smacked these prices, but fingers crossed they're still there for you. The second best price is 81s for first try scorer on TopSport and 67s for last on Sportsbet. That's probably like the absolute lowest I would tip Jensen at against the Panthers, something like 67s. But I do like if I just look at it objectively, if the prices are still there while you're watching this, 101 for first, 81 for last, for Corey Jensen. 101 is on BetRight. Oh, they're both on BetRight, which I really like. Payne Haas, 67s on Ned's first try scorer. I tipped Payne Haas about 3 weeks ago at 51s. There's something different about him. Since he's come back from his injury about 4, 5, or maybe 6 weeks ago, he looks different with ball in hand. He scored a couple of tries since he's come back from injury I think he scored 2 tries, I'm going to say, in about 4 or maybe 5 NRL games since he's come back from injury. He looks really, really good. I know it's up against the Panthers, but I do like him. Patrick Carrigan. So this one's an interesting one. He actually scored the first try only a couple of days ago, and it did my head in because we had a couple of other Broncos tipped to score the first try, and I did not expect Carrigan, especially while he's been playing in the middle, to score. The reason why I like Paddy Carrigan here is I reckon he might get some time on the edge, potentially at the start of the game. But even if he is in the middle, I'm completely okay to tip him at 81s to crash over first. And the other one, I realized with 4 Broncos, I absolutely love Brendan Piacora's running style. Great hole runner. For him to score the first, second, or third try is $12.50 on Neds. And I really, really like that price for the way that he runs the ball. And the other thing that I noted in the left v right article, guys, with no Adam Reynolds still on the right, you just know that Mam's going to be commanding a lot more ball on the left. And then obviously Piacora plays left. And he's up against the right side of the Panthers with Jack Cole instead of Nathan Cleary defending there as well. Bulldogs v Warriors, Saturday, 3 p.m. game. Mitch Barnett, first try, 61s on BetRight. That price likely won't last long, so if you are keen, get on that straight away. And Niokore, 41s on BetRight and Better. Same story. With these sites, you got to get on straight away. My rule with most tips, by the way, guys, I'm not betting on like wingers and shit, so I'm betting on high price middle forwards for value. If you see my tips, if you see I tip it at a certain price, if it's more than 10% below what I tip it at, I usually would say don't bother. Obviously, ask us on Discord what you reckon of the price wherever you're getting it, but you got to have multiple bookies. It's just silly if you've only got 1 or 2 betting accounts. Got to get at least 5 or 6 of the main bookies to make sure you're getting the best price always. So you guys stop betting on multis so much. 1 a game or whatever it is good fun. But obviously, you can see in that article on the podcast, these are my actual picks, and I do a multi a game for fun on our Discord. Anyways, last pick for the game, Wade Egan, first, second, or third try, 15s on Neds. That's like seeing 45s for him first try scorer, and I would tip the shit out of that. So really like Wade Egan at 15s on Neds for this game. Tigers Storm. So this one's going to be interesting. So luckily, I found Tui Kamika, 61s on BetRight for first try. He scored the first try for us on premium about 5-6 weeks ago at an incredible price. We actually had 3 different plays on him all around first try, and him scoring the first try Yeah, it was really good for us. Anyways, Kabi Kamika, FTS, first try scorer, 61s on BetRight, last try 51s on pretty much every bookie. Really, really like that. I know Harry Grant's still not playing, so he's still missing for the Storm. But what's his name? Bronson Garlic put Josh King over for the first try last week. Honestly, Josh King didn't even know what the hell was happening. He just caught the ball, put it over. It was all Bronson Garlic. So hopefully it means that Garlic's confidence in attack is growing. And funnily enough, on the other side, I really usually like the Tigers middle forward. So the premium guys and I won on Fanua Bole last week at 67s to score the last try. Usually, I love middle forwards from the Tigers because of Api Coruscant. He's great, very crafty in attack, as everyone always says about Api Coruscant. But yeah, I usually do that. But this week, I've gone with John Bateman. First, second, third, or third try at 17s on Ned, similar to seeing 51s for first. And I think that's insane given that he's a second rower this week for the Tigers. And the other one is Sean Bloor, 29s on Top Sport to score the first try. Another one where the bookies do adjust the odds on these one, guys. So if you see 21s on the bookie that you're on, don't bother. But anything around that $29 mark, which it was when I set this out, is good in my opinion. Cowboys v Manly, the 7:30 game. Tommy Turbo, Tom Trbojevic is back. That right side for Manly is going to be DCE, Olakawatsu, Turbo, and Saab. Absolutely electric. So keen to watch those guys play together. I've got my two big guys, Alawai and Sipley. Both of them, all singles, first and last at 67s on 365. So it's Alawai, first try score at 67s, last try score at 67s, etc., all on Bet365. I love those guys. I love both of them as ball runners up against the Cowboys. Oh, I forgot to write. Oh, wait, actually, I forgot to mention this before, but the Cowboys, I think, have leaked the second most tries to middle forwards this season, just after the Titans. And Manly, look, they don't often score middle forward tries, but Alawai and Sipley are fucking dogs in attack, as the boys from Levels Network like to say. Absolute like weapons in attack. I really like them. Jake Simpkin also from Manly. He's another one where he could potentially dummy and go. I've always liked him. He used to be the Tigers rookie hooker that used to step in sometimes. If you remember him, he was always behind Little and Coruscant and stuff, but. Jake Simpkin, his first, second, or third try price is 19. It's like saying 57s for first try up against the Cowboys middle, which is just a great price in my opinion. And Fini Furuaki, last try at 34s. He should get the last 20-25 minutes on an edge. 34s on Bet365, which I think is an incredible price as well. Roosters v Dragons, 2 p.m. Sunday game. I think a lot of casual NRL fans would just think, oh yeah, Sunday game, like the Roosters played the Tigers last week, the Dragons this week, they're just going to smash them. What you don't see is I think the Roosters are 4th on the NRL ladder and the Dragons are only 7th. You know what? Why am I half-assing this? Let's just have a quick look. The Roosters are 4th on the NRL ladder and the Dragons are 8th. Okay, I got it slightly wrong, but it's not as extreme. I think where are we? A lot of people sort of like casual fans just think, oh, yeah, the Roosters are a great team, Dragons are shit. Sunday Arvo, yeah, the Roosters will put a cricket score on them. I actually don't think it's that easy. With the premium guys, I'm sort of weighing up a few different tips closer to game day, but I think for the article, because I commit to these picks on a Wednesday, I've gone pretty simple. I like Tom Eisenhuth, the middle forward, 81s, first and last try, separate plays on 365. I know it's silly to go in thinking, oh, what if there's an injury? But if there is an injury, they've shown that they would put Tom Eisenhuth as the player out in the backs. So it's happened twice this year. I'm not going to say it's going to happen every game, right? But he's already filled in the centers a couple of times. So just imagine it's late in the game. Maybe the Roosters are up by a couple of tries. The Dragons are kind of just chilling, and Eisenhuth's at center because some, like Sully or whatever's injured. And you're on him at last try at 81. So I'm not saying that is the reason I've tipped him. I'm still happy with that sort of middle forward 81's price. Also, Frankie Molo broke the line, offloaded for a Jack DeBellin try last week towards the end of the game as well. So I've just got that stuff back in the back of my mind, and I love it. I'm loving that $81 price tag for Tom Eisenhuth on 365. Brandon Smith at 34s. First and last try, separate plays, 365. Incredible price. Someone who you know is a nuggety dummy half that loves running the ball. Can't believe we're getting that sort of price for him in a game that obviously the Roosters are pretty strong favourites for. Last game, guys, 4 p.m. game on the Sunday, Raiders v Knights. I love the middle forwards from both teams. I would tip a lot more than what I've tipped here if we could get decent prices before we kind of crash this market. But yeah, look, I'll go with a couple. Joseph Tapine, first, second, or third try. I don't usually do first, second, or third for middle forwards, but he's someone who plays a lot of minutes, and this should be a dry game. So I'm thinking that there will be 3 tries scored in the time that he's on the field. Anyways, first, second, or third try on Neds, 23 for Tapine, and LTS last try, 67s on 365. And my boy, so we were actually, so again, for people who are new to Wicky and stuff, so I've been doing this, I've been punting on middle forwards since the early 2010s, so over a decade, basically, right? So I've been watching guys, I watch every single game of NRL pretty much live. And I watch middle forwards specifically. I watch their running styles. I look at their every single week, like for 10 years plus. I've been looking at the prices when they come out for middle forwards and stuff. So imagine how much detail I put into all this, right? And I was actually saying to the premium guys in our chat, I was like, I reckon Daniel Saifidi looks like a try scorer a bit more than Jacob. And I think one or two of the guys agreed with me. But Daniel actually won us a huge tip early this year in premium for, I think it was like the third and the last try. It was a game in the wet, and then the third try ended up being the last try or something like that. We won like some incredible bet because of Dan Saifidi. And he's starting, and Jacob's been benched, and Daniel's 61s on points bet and bet, right? Again, I genuinely hope this price sticks around because like every other book, he had him at 51. So anyways, love Daniel's running style, and I hope he goes over first. And if he doesn't, we've got Tapine at 23. He's just got any of the first 3 tries. That's it, guys. In terms of tips for this weekend, if you're watching this on YouTube and Discord and you can see my screen, or if you're watching this a bit later, potentially Google Wiki Linktree, all the stuff like the podcast I'm doing now, the article that I've shared my screen and showed you guys, I'll push live straight after this podcast is done. Everything that we do, Google Wiki Linktree, it's right there for free. Also, if you don't use Discord, I won't change your mind. But our Discord community went from 300 to 3,000 last year in the first half of the footy season, and now we're about to crack 5,000. So it's a pretty cool moment from my point of view. Like I've been big on fantasy, SuperCoach, and punting, rugby league, AFL, cricket, pretty much my whole life. And now to be running this sort of site and company that has 5,000 people in there is pretty bloody cool. So get in there. We've got a nice variety of content. Obviously, a lot of the stuff that I talk about is punting, but we also have fantasy. Tomorrow, I'm doing a SuperCoach pod with Aman Talks NRL SuperCoach, and we've got the fantasy article that Young Sinatra and Carl Bedford on our Discord do, which is all it's all right here. So if you're here just for our punting stuff, guys, feel free to head off. I'm just going to very quickly go through fantasy and SuperCoach, and then that'll be it. If you join us on Discord, guys, please mute yourselves. But yeah, I'll very quickly finish off with fantasy and SuperCoach. So huge week for me in fantasy. These won't be my final trade, but this will show you where I'm leaning. So my team honestly has been doing quite badly. So I'm overall ranked 14,000th. Someone says, shows out how much passion you have for the game. Oh man, I got to say the passion is more so for punting, fantasy, and SuperCoach. But yeah, I've obviously been putting a lot of work in over a long period of time. If you guys don't know, Wicky is my full-time business. We've got a team of 5 people overseas, a couple people in Australia that are sort of put the website together and help us out. Well, it's not just me. I'm just the guy on the camera doing the talking, but the guys do a lot of work behind the scenes to put this all together. Anyways, I'll get straight into it. Fantasy, I'm ranked 14,000th. Not very good, but I had 7 trades and now I have 3, I realize, and you get extra trades real soon. But I'll talk you through what I'm trying to do with my trade. So Marner's injured for a few weeks. I want to piss him off because I need that cash. And Morgan Smithies is like, he's done nothing all season. He's not going to go any far. He's not going to go anywhere beyond where he's priced at. Strange, kind of the same. And Farlungo, Pappenhausen's back. Munster's coming back soon. I think it's like he might get like 1 more game somewhere, but I think he's running his course. So I'm more than happy to trade all 4 of those guys out. And I'm looking at Hines. I want that upside. Ponga, I want that upside, and I kind of want to trade him in before anyone else acts on him. Starling, he's now the preferred hooker for the Raiders, so I want to get him in. And same with Simpkins. So I'm going to end up not going ahead with Simpkin and Starling. I'm going to have to look at who's playing what round and put a bit of effort in there. But essentially what I'm going for is the upside of Hines and Ponga, who aren't playing Origin, which is huge. Because what I want to do straight after Origin, cash out a couple of my guys and bring in guys like Nathan Cleary and Payne Haas. So it's going to be difficult because my squad is not very good and I don't have a lot of money. But at least that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to keep going all in on David Fafita. I absolutely I got into rugby league because of these mercurial characters, all or nothing kind of guys. It's just in sport, that's what I love. So I'm going to keep going all in on David Fafita. Captain. Anyways, Keeney's been in great form. Teddy's been in really good form. Most of these guys have sort of been doing all right. I've still got a few duds in there, but yeah, there's nothing much you can do. I've got to clean this up a little bit. I haven't sort of finalized my team, but that's where I'm leaning towards. And with SuperCoach, these are my initial trades. Again, what I'm trying to do is get rid of Marshall King. He's out pretty much for the season. Joe Chan is an AE auto emergency nightmare. And bring in Olukawatu, which to clean up my second row a little bit, and then Starling again as a cheap alternative as a hooker. I will say, guys, and I'm done the same thing here, Latrell VC, Dave Fafita, captain. I will just very quickly say, guys, we're slowly getting a bit more traction on our Discord for Fantasy and SuperCoach. I will just be quite honest and say I'm not as active in terms of giving feedback and stuff because I barely have enough time to do my own team. I've been playing for a long time, but please treat our community as chuck your team there, help each other out. I'll help out when I can, but just, don't expect me to be able to get back to every one of you, but it's a free community. Chuck your team in, chat about your trades and stuff. And that's how I kind of intend for our community to be for Fantasy and SuperCoach. And I got to say, look, most of this stuff is free for most communities, but there's Talks NRL SuperCoach, there's the SuperCoach Hub, Inside, SC Playbook. They're the big sort of SuperCoach communities. NRL Fantasy Fanatics is a forum that I've been a part of for the best part of 15 years. That's how I actually got into rugby league, NRL Fantasy. Absolutely love the guys there. Probably the best community online that I've ever been a part of. So if you are sort of keen on more content and more community stuff, Fantasy and SuperCoach, I'd 100% recommend checking those out. And obviously, it's on our link tree, but with Tripod, better be, there you go, Tripod. They've got over 25,000 people in their Facebook group, best Australian punting community. Again, I've been listening to Jacob and the pod for almost a decade now. And if you want to be a part of a community, not just with it's not just about the tips, but about the sort of community and the sort of other tipsters in the community as well. Absolutely love what Jacob and Tripod have been doing, and Clarky, who's been hosting with him for a long, long time. But I'll wrap it up there, guys, before I get too sentimental about the last 10 years when you guys only give a shit about this weekend. So as always, Google Wiki link tree. We'll check. We'll catch you on the Discord. We're about to hit 5,000. We'll definitely hit it by Origin in 2 weeks. So, holy shit! This time in 2 weeks will be Origin time. So, anyways, really exciting time of the year for all sport. Always, guys, please punt responsibly. If you're having any issues with your punting, there's a lot more to life than punting. Enjoy the footy. Play Fantasy and SuperCoach if you want to. Catch you on Discord. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good Wednesday evening, and I think I can hear it starting to rain. So enjoy yourself. All right, I'm going to stop sharing and stream.